Hello everyone, we are in Safranbolu and today we will be exploring the old city. So our first stop is here at the City History Museum, which was restored in 2006. So that was fairly recently, but this actually gives you a lot of the history behind this city. So this is actually a pretty big property inside. I think it's 3 stories, and it shows a lot of the history, not only of old Safranbolu, but currently. So I think you definitely would want to come in here.
The ticket is 15 lira, and that includes another museum and the outside of this museum, which is where the historical clocks are at. We have an animal hub that they turned into a knife. We came to the ground floor. We're the only ones here. They have different setups that look like shops, and so there's a candy shop, alcohol and cigarette shop, and then down that way there's like a traditional living area. So
you will start at the entrance of the museum, and then you go to the second floor, and then this one's technically like is the ground floor, but there's 3 levels to it that you can explore.
This is the woodworking shop, and they also make saddles. This is a traditional traditional coffee roasting machine. And we've seen these around where if you're walking by in old town shops, they have a bell ringing, and so you can hear it, and you can also smell the coffee. It smells good. And this shoemaker or shoe shop. These shoes remind me of the Gaziantep shoes, traditional leather shoes.
So now we are outside, and the good thing is that you get an amazing view from up here. It reminds me of Bey Pazara. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. But now we're going to the sort of miniature clock towers, which is just a little cool spot to walk around outside.
Welcome to the miniaturized Anatolian clock. So these clocks we found out are miniature clocks of actual clocks in the cities or provinces where they're from. So this one we actually been to in Adana, in the Old Town area where we visited.
As it gets later on in the day, it gets busier, especially these little markets and all the touristy shops. So we're gonna walk around here. So at least we got some good shade.
Üzümlü. Bu kutuya 30 lira.
What else can we add to it? When we saw the video about this museum, it showed some drawers that could spin. These don't actually spin, but some of them do.
I'm pretty surprised by how fresh it is in here, especially given how hot it is outside right now. Yeah, that's perhaps the way they were architecturally built. And there's so much detail in the doors and the ceiling, so.
This is the bride's room, and this is where the eldest bride of the house would live in. But we were talking about how close the bed is to the fireplace, which doesn't look safe, but this is the closet, where you have a sewing machine and irons, different clothing, traditional clothing. It's like some crazy pants too.
This place is pretty cool. Definitely come check it out. And again, it's included with the other ticket. It's good because you can sort of go around and explore one of these historical Ottoman houses.
As you walk into the museum, there's a sitting area that has a video playing, and it has English subtitles, so we recommend watching that first. Eddie saw it all the way through. I was already looking at restaurants for where we're gonna go eat next. But then afterwards you can go upstairs and see the rest of the museum.
So also conveniently right here in the same area there is a place where you can eat in a little garden. It's really beautiful, but we're actually gonna go try something else. So see you there.
We're here at Nil Yorem Mutfak, and we just ordered lunch. We got the Safranbolu taba, which has different traditional foods from Safranbolu, and Eddie got the peruhi, which is a different take on the traditional manta, and it has cheese. And we saw the menu. A lot of things have saffron, and we're going to see how many things saffron related we can eat or try today. I already had saffron cream, saffron colonia, and saffron lokum.
And actually, since we were probably maybe walking for around 2 minutes before Andrea wanted to go to the store and actually buy something already. So she'll show you what we got.
You're just walking around, they offer you lokum. I took it. I liked it. I bought it. There's like so many places that they sell lokum here, so maybe it was bad I went with the first one, but it was good, so I don't regret it so far. So y'all know we don't buy a lot of souvenirs, but we do buy desserts. So this is a saffron lokum with pistachios. And this is the one I tried, which was so good. It's grape, oops. It has grape lokum. It has pieces of dried. Those are too tiny to be grapes. What is it? I don't know. It sounded like grape. Maybe it's like a berry, and I thought it was grape. Tasted good. I may go back because they had smaller boxes, and they were 15 lira for a different variety, and this was 30 lira for just 2 varieties, just because I wanted these flavors. My dessert. We got our first plate, the peruki, and this is like homemade ravioli with cheese. So the ravioli is very fresh. You can tell they just made it, and the cheese is kind of tangy and strong. It kind of tastes like, not feta cheese, it's a stronger cheese. The manta is very fresh. Also the toppings are very light. It's just oil and some dried thyme or oregano. I think you'll like it, Eddie, because you like more plain foods, right? So I got the traditional bala drink from Safranbolu, and this one has saffron on it. Whoa. It's very light. You can barely taste the saffron. It's nice and refreshing though. It's getting pretty hot, so I really like that it's cold. So this is what I ordered. We're actually gonna split it because we came at different times. And you see there's much more color in this. So this one has like braised beef, miso borei, which is borek with cheese, pepper, tomato, saffron rice, and some yaprak sarma, which is grape leaves stuffed with meat, and then yogurt and tomato sauce on top. So I'm excited about this one. Really tender, but on the outside it's a little bit crispy, and it's got subtle spices, it's got some peppers. This one I'm excited for. Which is different from other sarmas that I had. This one also had rice, and the flavors are still good. The combination is good, and then with the sauce and yogurt on top. Not my favorite yaprak sarma, but it's good. And then saffron rice. It was hot. This is good, light and airy, and then this one, it's very light and cheesy and crispy on the outside and soft. Very fresh too. I like it. I'm gonna enjoy this. Split some with Eddie.
So we really enjoyed our lunch, and now we're going to go look at some of the little stores. So we were walking around here, and Andrea saw this really cute post office, and it's sort of like the wooden frame, but it's of course the post office as well.
Yeah, because they have like the traditional Ottoman houses turned into stores, and so I saw a post office. It looked nice. Saffron soap.
We're in trouble.
There's so many things. This was 30. I also paid 30 for mine. It's prepackaged though. I don't know, they make it here and then store them. They have pistachio, orange, pomegranate, and lemon and rose. Good gifts. So this is the tahin helvasa, which is a dessert made out of the sesame seed paste. I think it was in Adana where we went into a candy store and they were like spinning it, and then they make it into this. I hadn't seen the refrigerated ones, but this is the plain traditional one, and then they also have a saffron flavor. This is a saffron halva. I don't like the flavor or the texture. It's very strong but sweet at the same time. Don't like it. I mean, we didn't even have to buy dessert, right? You can just get a bunch of free ones. So I tried the halva, which I didn't like. I need to find a trash can. And then this one, it's hazelnut lokum, and it's covered in desiccated coconut. It tastes more like coconut, like a gummy, very light.
So we're walking around, and this place is like a maze with a ton of different shops, which is of course great for Andrea because she wants to buy everything and try out the different snacks. But it's actually a lot bigger than I thought it would be, because when you see Safranbolu it seems a lot smaller, but this place is actually pretty big and you can spend a lot of time out here. So now that we're done with some of those stores, we are headed up to this overlook. There's 2 different ones. Right now we're going to the one that overlooks the city.
It's a lot of walking uphill. We made it up to Hıdırlık Tepesi and we paid 5 Turkish lira to get up here. From here we can see Jinjihan Hamam right across from it where we're eating lunch, and then there's different mosques that we had visited earlier today. It's a nice view. Back there you can see the City History Museum, so we made it all the way. I would recommend people come up here and find a spot under the shade to relax. It's about 3 in the afternoon and it's hot, so we're just taking a break, enjoying the views, and then we'll see what we're gonna do next.
So we are here at this little, sort of like a little cafe. Maybe they just have drinks and other little snacks. Andrea got a water, I got one of the drinks from here. And we're just gonna enjoy it here because it's kind of hot. It's not too difficult to get up here. But, Andrea almost dropped the Coke. But it is kind of hot today, or at least sunny. So we're gonna take a break.
Interesting table, right? Just a tray on a little stool. I tried the coffee. It tastes very creamy. It doesn't need any like sugar or milk, and even the color is a little bit lighter. I don't know if I would buy it, but at least I got to taste it to see its go.
Okay, so now we're done with the old city of Safranbolu. Now we're headed somewhere out, which is around a 20-minute drive. But we really enjoyed it, and there's no doubt why this is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So much history, so much culture, so much to see. Definitely come over here. But now we're going to somewhere else that is just as exciting. So let's go check it out.